Hello, and welcome to Privacy News Today. This segment is presented to you by Termageddon.com. We've generated tens of thousands of privacy policies and successfully kept them up to date with changing legislation. I wanted to say that anything that's presented to you today is for informational purposes only and is not meant to be legal advice. So today we're going to talk about a report and an investigation from Consumer Reports that found video doorbell security flaws. Now, Consumer Reports is an organization that investigates and reports on and recommends different products and services to consumers. And its security team is very strong in the sense that they investigate security issues with common products that consumers often buy. If you are looking to learn more about Consumer Reports and what they do, make sure to take a listen to our Privacy Laws episode with Justin Brookman from Consumer Reports. So what is this investigation? So basically, Consumer Reports investigated doorbells called Ekin and Tuck, and they found that these doorbells are sold under many different brand names, and they're sold on marketplaces like Amazon, Sears, Shein, Walmart, and Temu. Now, these doorbells aren't the most popular doorbells on the market, but they were purchased 4,200 times in January, and they are listed as Amazon's choice overall pick. So it seems like a lot of people are buying these doorbells. They're not the most popular doorbell out there, but they are pretty popular. And it's important to note that these doorbells are manufactured by a company called Ekin Group Limited, which is based in China. And they're controlled through the mobile app iWit, which is also operated by the same company. So you'll see a lot of these doorbells, they're sold under different brand names and different packaging, but they're actually all operated by one company, and they're essentially the same doorbell except with different brands on them and different packaging on them as well. So Consumer Reports found that there are many different security issues with these doorbells. So for example, the doorbells expose a user's home IP address and Wi-Fi network names to the internet without them being encrypted, which is a serious security flaw. It also allows potential bad actors to take over the device. So basically what bad actors can do is they can download the phone app and they can go next to the doorbell and enter the doorbell into pairing mode, even though the doorbell is actually paired to a different device already, and there's really no security measures to control this. So this allows people to take ownership of the device, view footage, and lock out the owner of the device. Now, when you describe it like this, it doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. But if you think about it, let's say you have a stalker or you are in a bad relationship or a bad marriage and that person is tracking you to try to do bad things, right? They can go next to your house, they can pair the doorbell, and they can look at when you come to the house, when you leave the house, who else is coming to your house, things like that, which can actually gain a lot of information about you. Let's say I can come home from work and I'm there by myself. A bad actor can come in and potentially hurt me in my house because they know there's no one else there. Or they can go into my house and rob me or do anything like that. It also allows still images to be remotely accessed through the video feed. They can access other information without authentication by getting the serial number of the doorbell. So if they go close to the doorbell, they can see the serial number, and then they can access different images and other information from the video feed, which again is extremely creepy and really uncomfortable, right? And can make a very dangerous situation as well. In fact, in the study, we actually saw images of Consumer Reports employees coming and going from their homes. Now, they knew that the security researchers were going to try to hack their doorbells, so they were expecting to see these images, but, a bad actor could do that as well. The Federal Communications Commission actually requires devices like this to have a registration code that is visible on the device, and these devices don't have that code either. Now, what has happened with these doorbells so far? So Consumer Reports contacted the retailers about the security vulnerabilities, but many of these retailers actually did not respond to their concerns. So Consumer Reports is calling these companies to stop selling these doorbells or provide some type of warning to consumers purchasing these doorbells, because as a consumer buying something online, you don't necessarily know all of these issues. So Amazon, for example, lists this doorbell as their overall choice or overall pick. A lot of consumers would assume that this means that Amazon has guaranteed that this item is good or that it's safe to use, whereas that's not really the case. It's also asking the Federal Trade Commission to stop the online sales of these doorbells and is calling on retailers to take steps to guarantee the quality of the products that they sell. Consumer Reports also sent a letter to the FTC and the Attorney General's Office of California, alerting them to the security vulnerabilities found in the doorbells. So it'll be very interesting to see what the response is to these, if any. Consumers should really be very careful when purchasing items like doorbells online because they can provide a lot of really sensitive information, like when people are coming and going out of the house, what you're doing, who's coming to the house, who's visiting the house. And that can be used by bad actors in a variety of different ways that can cause safety issues like stalking people, robbing people, hurting people, any of that kind of stuff. So if you have a doorbell like this, the recommendation would be to stop using it, to uninstall it and uninstall the app, and either purchase a regular doorbell without a camera or purchase one from a more secure company. So that's the privacy news for today. Thank you.